Yo, what's up everybody, Spencer Premier here, and I am coming at you with my best version of every single tip in Fall Guys that you need to know in 5 minutes. I hope this will help you guys a lot, and I'm gonna try to keep it as close to 5 minutes as I can. I might be under, I might be over, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'll do my best. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and maybe even subscribe. It would mean a lot. We are growing really fast and I truly appreciate you all. But with that being said, let's get into this. One more thing I want to say before the video starts is that I am not including the team games in this tip video because I hate them. I think they should be removed from any single player mode. But with that being said, now we're going to get into the 5-minute tips. So starting with my least favorite game, grab a tail. The tips I have for this one is the first minute does not really matter, and you just want to make sure you're taking good angles at everyone so you can get their tail. And once you have a tail, I would just recommend sitting in a corner, and as soon as you see anyone come, just run around in a circle and go back to that corner. So now moving on to my next tip in the don't fall off maze, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a pretty simple game, but a lot of people have a hard time with it. But basically all you gotta do is move left and right across the map, and every time you see a gap you just take it, and then you move on to the next one and never stop moving all the way until you go all the way across, and you just keep doing that. It is super easy. You will not die doing this. I have never died doing this strategy, and you can wait till it goes towards the end. That does not matter. Just make sure you don't risk anything, but it's a pretty simple game, and I pretty much complete it every time. So now moving on to race to the finish, and the goal is actually not to race to the finish. The goal is just to keep up where everybody is going, and you will move these little flap things really fastly. I don't know what to call them. They're sort of like those things in the elevators that you walk through, but basically just follow where everyone's going. You do not want to go by yourself because that will make it a lot slower, and then you just maneuver your way through these moving ornament things. There's only so much I can teach you from that. You just have to kind of learn as you go. It's pretty easy. And as you can see, my strategy works because I finished first out of 43. So now moving on to the seesaw game. This is the one that I'm probably worst at. It is really hard for me, but basically you just want to stay where everyone's going. If everyone's going up high, do not go down low because you're gonna fall off. Pretty simple. One thing I did learn from this game is it's better to just wait for your opportunity instead of trying to jump when you don't need to. It may not seem like it, but it's a lot faster to just wait for your turn than to just try to jump, and then when you fall off you have to spawn right back at your checkpoint. So I would just recommend waiting and not forcing anything, and that's pretty much the best tips I can give you for this one. So now moving on to another race to the finish. This one is important to stay behind. You do not need to be out in front. That is really useless. There's no point. Just wait to see where the holes are and then go through them, and you do not want to be in the lead because it's not going to last. You're just going to run into a brick wall and it's going to be all for nothing. Just follow the lead. Plus there's 45 people usually that qualify, so there is no reason to be in first for this race. All you have to be is probably top 20 to be safe, but just follow the lead and you will be qualified pretty much every single time. So now moving on to another race to finish, and this one's kind of hard to explain. It's just kindergarten stuff. If there is a wall up in the air, you're going to run towards that one so it doesn't close on you. I got a lucky hop right there. I shouldn't have done that, but you just got to run toward the one that's up and it's going to go down. That's pretty obvious, but this one the goal is to finish first because usually there's a lower amount of qualifications. This one only has around 30. I got another lucky jump. I don't know why I keep getting those, but basically the ones that are going up, you just got to make a smart decision. I made a bad one right there. I made a horrible run right there, and I got unlucky, but that's basically all you have to do. Part of it is luck, and this is the hardest part. You just have to guess. Like, that is unlucky. Actually, that's very lucky what happened, but you just have to take a guess at which one is going down. So now moving on to the Hexagon game, and one mistake I see a lot of people make is they like to sprint through all the hexagons, which makes them disappear a lot faster instead of hopping one by one really slowly, which makes them last longer. And another tip I can give you is do not worry about what other people are doing. Just go at your own pace around and try to stay away from as much people as you can. Now moving on to don't fall off, and you would probably think there's no tips I can give you for this because the game is just to not fall off, but basically follow where everyone goes, and if you have to grab onto somebody, do that. You just hit R2 to do that. A lot of people do not know that yet. And where you want to stand is slightly a little bit above the middle. You do not want to stand at the back. That is the worst part because you're just going to get pushed off if you even touch one of the block things that are coming at you. But that's basically all the tips I can give you for don't fall off. And this is one of those game modes that I don't even know if I've died in yet. Now moving on to grab the crown. This one's pretty simple. You have to be first, so you have to get off to a good start and you have to avoid all the balls as best as you can, and do not hit those little wavy pellet things. I actually don't even know what to call those things. windmills. No, they're not windmills because windmills are up in the air. I'm stupid for saying that. But you just have to avoid all the spinny things and grab the crown, and I need to show you what happens here because it is crazy. I literally finished second for no reason. There's not that many tips I can give you, but I literally finished second by like half of a second. You'll see right here. I'm just going to commentate what happens. You see I'm about to grab it, and this guy grabs it right before me while I'm grabbing on it, and I get eliminated. So that is it for the tips. I know there's a few games that I missed that I did not have any footage of, but that is okay. I did my best. I know it was a little bit under 5 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed the tips. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more so you don't miss any other tip videos that I make or gameplay videos. But like I said, I appreciate all my subs on my grind to 1K, and I'm out.